Hey everybody, this is Barry Mankin with the Holistic Home Health Podcast. Let's check back in with Ashley Maroney and her story. This is part 2 of that series, and we left off where she was turned in by Child Protective Services by her home health nurse. Okay? Here's Ashley.
So we start wanting to treat for the co-infections in the Lyme, and my oldest son at this point has Bell's palsy. That's what made us test again. And I feel like it's a fresh start. It's COVID. We're all home at least.
Yeah.
There's no school. Our home health care nurse, this is probably the most rock bottom, before the most rock bottom, is our home health care nurse. We were trying to keep them out of the lab because we were already trying to access veins into PANDAS brain inflamed children. Mm-hmm. They were already not doing well. Every blood poke was traumatic.
Right.
We did them every month. There was scar tissue.
Yeah.
So we had our medical team would send out labs and say, hey, draw this. So we were running additional Lyme labs to determine what else existed besides Bartonella.
Right.
He called CPS on me and accused me of Munchausen's by proxy.
Oh.
Said that the kids were fine and there was nothing wrong. These are documented kids on IVIG. You have to prove it time and time again for insurance to cover. Trust that we had all the labs.
Right.
It could have easily been proven if they would have just called our doctor.
Yeah.
But they didn't.
Right.
And that, to me, somebody that was already in such a hypervigilant state, was enough to throw me into, I can't adequately describe what that did to me.
Yeah.
Feeling like you're a fugitive on the run, trying to keep your children in your custody because they want to take over their medical care. And not a lot of people even understand PANS and PANDAS. They would yank them off all antibiotics.
Right.
They were starting to improve and put them on psych meds.
So if you guys think you have it bad, or you may totally get this, and it's very similar, but most people, at least from my clients, this is next level stuff. You've gone through things that are beyond what I would typically say are the normal reactions for people. But in my opinion, you did this the right way in the sense of I'm going to learn.
Yes.
I'm not going to just take it and be reactive and get a half a bit of information and run with it.
Right.
You're going as far as you can down here. You're doing your own science basically on your own home, on your own family.
Yeah. Well, you have to. I mean, as a mom, I think that you get real curious and when you've seen the real improvements too, you're like, okay, this is all fixable, guys. I'm just going to say that. It is.
And that's why we're doing this, to show you.
It is.
I found somebody that was really jacked up.
Yeah. Like
and her
really.
family was jacked up. It's like, oh, they need to hear.
Yeah.
Like,
100%.
Because it gets better.
It gets way better. We do end up leaving Oregon. So we come across the state, go to a dear friend in the Oregon Lyme Network who helps us because this is not an uncommon thing, guys. In PANDAS cases, it's actually sadly common for people to misunderstand the diagnosis because it looks neuropsychiatric in nature, and these are children, and they think there's abuse going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I get it. I get it. I mean, I do and I don't. But just know that it's, it can be common, sadly. But we left. Mm-hmm. We went across. We had to get an attorney. Mm-hmm. It was COVID. They were taking their sweet old time.
Yeah.
We decided to take our RV and go leave. It was July. And we came back to Florida across 14 states. Went back into like the hot spot of COVID with my 2 immune-compromised PANS kids.
More mold.
And lots of mold. We had just left there. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm not telling anybody this because everyone already thinks I'm crazy. And like I just told him, I can't live in Florida. And 9 months later, here I come back in the RV and everyone's like, why are you coming back to Florida? Yeah. And I wouldn't say a word, guys. I was absolutely terrified. I went into the deepest, darkest place where I became so sick. My Lyme expressed and my SIRS expressed in a way from the emotional trauma of all of it that I would just sit there and stare at a wall. I couldn't move. I became couch bound. I had depersonalization, derealization. I had ice pick pain in my elbows. I was couch bound. I couldn't even get up to make a homeopathic remedy for myself. I just stared, sat frozen in fear. It was the vagus nerve on fleek. My sons weren't okay. I wasn't okay. We were going back to mold.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what else to do. And at that moment, you just surrender. You're like, it can't get any worse. Yeah. Our RV ended up becoming moldy. We moved into it, and we're in Florida, and it's summer, so it's raining every day with the slides. And it just takes a moment. No matter how many DUs you have in there, doesn't matter. No air ductor and DU is going to fix that rain with a mobile home. Not happening. So we moved into a little double wide that was brand new and built on site. Tested it, of course. Yep. And I was like, this feels safe. And we started to heal in there, and we built a new home. This was 2021. We started doing neurofeedback because I wasn't okay. I couldn't feel the sun on my skin. We started seeing a couple of different Lyme doctors. One of them failed treatment. My son had such severe babesia, he was gasping for air. And that's enough to drive a mother like every day screaming for oxygen, just all day long. I'm like, oh my gosh. So we end up finding the most amazing Lyme doctor in Georgia. So we did have to travel. Sometimes you have to travel, guys. Yep. To find the best. It matters. And slowly but surely, my kids started coming back. I started coming back. We closed on our home in 2021, a brand new build. I treated every single board with concrobium. I was like, we were there at night with little headlamps. I'm like, I'm treating every board. Yeah. Like, I'm just taking every precaution. I had a pre-drywall inspection. I had my testers out there. I had all of the things done before they sealed it up, right? I'm like, we're going to do all the things. There are some things now that I'm this entrenched in mold that I would do differently. I would have water tested all the windows because, surprise, surprise, by 2023, that house leaked. We got mold again. So this is now the third home that had mold in a matter of a few years. And the baseboard popped off. Of course, me has my moisture meter. I'm like, oh, a hurricane came. Directional rain and wind right at everything. Triple window. We found out no flashing below. Yep. Baseboard pops off. I'm like, we're out immediately. Yep. I get the builder to pay for it. There's a lot you can do, guys. So just know it was a new home under warranty. So I was like, nope, we are not messing. So we leave. We go to new hotels. We move all around. They fix it. I have my SIRS guys. Right. They fix it well, I think. We move back home end of the year. My dad passes in the process. It was stacked trauma. But in 2024, it happens again. Another hurricane comes. It fails again. I mean, we had a major hurricane. Major, like Cat 5 coming at us. The whole place ends up flooding. Yeah. Same windows first. And it ends up that these were COVID builds and slapped up fast in Florida because everyone was coming. Yep. It became a class action lawsuit in my neighborhood. Yeah. So stucco defects, window defects, our particular model, there was even the second story and the first story, the way that the overhang was between them. Yep, all the things. I've never returned to that home. It's on the market today. By 2024, in the midst of all the chaos, we moved 14 times in 2024, different hotels. The resilience of a SIRS family. The good news is, by this point, my kids had been in Lyme treatment, and both of them were doing incredible. In the process of this, my youngest came off IVIG, totally healed his immune system.
So, okay, let's back this because you're displaced.
Totally.
Again.
Yes.
You have had now your fourth run-in with a bad environment. Yeah. And still have never gone back to that. So you just said, here, you take it back.
Yeah, don't want that guy.
Don't want it. But in the process of being removed from your environment, you guys were in a place where you weren't being triggered anymore by unhealthy locations.
Correct.
So you kept cycling in. You get a little bit better. You're doing this tug of war between let's do all the things, and yet you're getting different expressions. You're getting different regressions. And things are happening based off of your environmental exposure.
Guys, the environment's number one. I say this now, and we'll get into what I do now, but to my clients today, and for anyone who's watching this, guys, I always say this. When it comes to healing from mold, the environment is everything. It's number one. And I will tell all my clients, I can only take you so far if your environment isn't pristine. I can't get you across the finish line if there's still exposure.
Right.
You cannot.
Yeah.
And I don't do that work. I have a great network of people that I know, like Barry, my local remediators, all of the indoor air quality professionals, the testers. They all matter. They shouldn't be the same company, okay? Conflict of interest to protect your family, but it's everything. And so when people hear, oh my gosh, you move 14 times in a year, trust that it's worth it.
Yeah.
Trust that it's worth it, because if you can keep yourself in clean environments, it's everything. Then the immune system can come out of fight or flight. You have to get into that rest and digest, out of sympathetic overdrive with the nervous system, and get into the parasympathetic. Or your immune system, again, is always giving you data. Your body's giving you data. And once it's been sensitized to mold, it knows. And it's trying to keep you safe. It's like, hey, this isn't safe.
It's a heightened alert.
But if you keep getting that, you're not going to heal. It's going to be putting cortisol and adrenaline and stress hormones throughout the body.
Yep.
You know, and so we stayed clean in the midst of 2024. One thing I failed to mention is I was becoming a homeopath in 2018 when all the mold stuff started and Jackson regressed. Mm-hmm. In 2020, I was almost done. And when everything happened with CPS coming after us, my attorney was like, pull out of everything natural. You just have to. You could be accused worse. So I didn't finish my homeopathy. I was done with my certification.
Yeah.
I went back in 2024 and I finished that. I decided to become a health coach because I finally had healed my kids. We dealt with all the root causes at this point. I'm like, I think we're actually good. And we're going to there is no work I could ever do besides the work I do today, because I've been able to see over a period of 15 years the real healing that can occur in some of the bleakest, darkest, most screwed up situations that you could imagine.
Let's celebrate that for a second.
Okay.
Because, congratulations.
Thank you.
And most people don't have the energy, the availability, the patience, they wear out.
Yeah.
Quickly.
It's a lot.
And you lost a lot.
I lost a lot
through that process.
Yeah.
And so knowing that, when we say, hey guys, this is a process, the whole point of this communication is so that you can say, hey, let's not go through all that.
No.
All right? You're going to go through something.
You are.
But if this can help to say, hey, if anybody can identify with what you're dealing with, it's her. Okay?
Yeah.
And then if anybody can identify with the building side of it, it's us.
Yes.
So we want to be able to say, A, you're not alone. B, there's hope. And there's more than one way to do this. There's not, no matter where we're at right now.
Right.
And who says what, there are good principles, right? But this is the one thing that I think that struck me, because I asked you this yesterday.
Yeah.
Specifically, because certain people have their protocols here, and they're very good, and they've helped a lot of people. However, I said, tell me with your experience.
Yes.
What do you see? Is it are we talking about something being adoptable, that you only adopt this part of it that works for everybody, and then you individually go to each individual person for what they need, so they, the whole protocol doesn't always work, or some of it works to a point, and then you've got to choose.
Yeah. And
I said, tell me, what part of that do you hold on to, and what part do you make personal?
Yeah.
And what did you tell me?
I said every single case is unique. It's a journey of one, is exactly what I said to him. And here's what I'll say about that. You can't have 3 more people that are more alike than a mother and her kids, genetically, okay? So if it had to do with just genes, the same thing would work, because you've got the same family, pretty much the same genes, and the same exposures.
Yes.
Okay? You can't get much more solid than that.
Right.
And for each of us, it was such a different process. What worked for Tyler worked for Tyler. If I was to even use a certain type of methylated vitamin in Jackson, he would lose his mind.
Yeah.
Lose his mind over a vitamin. We're talking canaries here.
Yeah.
Same for me. What I required was completely different. So, and we tried different set protocols of, oh, you do it exactly this way and run these labs and start this binder, and it made us regress again.
Yeah.
And so,
to me, that's fascinating.
and
because other people preach a different model.
They do.
And nobody has a handle on this. That's why I appreciated so much about what you told me. I went, that's a different line of thinking.
Yeah.
And it's harder because it takes more work.
It does. It's customized, and that's how it should be. We are individuals. We are not a one size fits all. I always tell people I work with, you're not a protocol. Like, I can have ideas, and there is an important order, like I talked to you about. There's a very important order in the body to understand that mold is going to do certain things inside the body. Depending on the type of mycotoxins, it's going to hit certain organs harder. It's going to have propensities. It's going to take a certain binder to get it out. But we're not even going to start with the binder. We got to start with the mitochondria.
Yeah.
We have to get the energy back into the body because all molds destroy mitochondria. Period.
Do you guys see that there's passion here? Where do you think all that stuff comes from? Okay, so when she's been talking about this, we've been in different groups with different people, hanging out, different professionals, and we're all asking each other questions. And when it comes to her, she's like, oh, blah, 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 she's just like giving it all to us. It's like, oh, wait, I'm drinking out of a fire hose here, right? So she's got so much incredible information on this, but she's targeted, she's specific.
Yes.
And when she told me that, when you told me that it was individual, it really made an impression on me. I was like, okay, well, what all these people are saying on these forums, a lot of my clients, they're putting all their faith in one guy.
Yeah.
And as great as that guy is
Yes.
at many things, and as much as he has contributed to help people medically.
Right. It's not the end all be all.
There isn't.
There is. It's never for anyone. So use the things that you can. Use the testing. Check those markers. I'm all about some good data.
You have to be engaged.
You have to. But that's not the end all be all. If it were, it would recover everyone, and it doesn't.
No.
It's what I do.
don't care what they say.
No.
That percentage is not what's advertised.
Yeah.
Okay? Trust me. I know this.
Yeah, and it's changed. That's why I think I have such good success. I mean, how do you learn best? In the struggle. That's when we learn best, guys, is in the struggle, because it hurts worse when you fail. And people will ask me, well, what thing did you do that helped recover your kids? And I'm like, I just kept trying. I failed probably more times than you have.
Yeah, any success is only.
It's just a lot of failures.
Exactly.
It's just a lot of failures.
Yeah.
I just had that. Yeah. You just have the passion to keep going.
Yeah.
And to be like, okay, like, I'm going to dust myself off, and maybe I'm going to take a day and cry about it. And it's going to hurt your feelings. Like, this journey is not for the faint of heart, for sure. But what I will tell you is that my children now are incredible. My oldest son is almost 16. He is an interbaccalaureate student, which is the highest level that you can be at for intelligence. He's not at all on the spectrum. The kid is hilarious. They don't have PANDAS. He still is on blood infusions from his vaccine injury. But it's the devil we know. He's had over 200 infusions. We get him every month for 2 days. It's just is what it is. Right. My other son is 11. He is a guitar player in Taekwondo.
Nice. He's
going to be a black belt. And this is a kid that we weren't doing anything back in the day. We were isolated at home. And he's also a gifted student going into a magnet gifted school next year in middle school. They're incredible. Like, their lives are so bright. I would have never believed, honestly, that any of this was possible. All I did was keep going. And I know I don't talk about even my story very much, but I was couch bound. I was so messed up, unrecognizable from the person I am today.
Let's talk about who you are today.
Okay.
Okay, so there's, Ashley the mom.
Yes.
Right? Struggling, going through so tell me about Ashley the practitioner.
Okay, so Ashley the practitioner.
And tell us the name of your company.
My company is called Unfuck Your Health, because I am that girl.
So what was it again?
Unfuck Your Health.
That's funny. So, and that will, thank you, Brad, for doing the edit on that.
Yes.
So.
Yes. Anyway, but it is that name too, because I had to completely blow apart any preconceived notion I had about everything. Understanding that vaccines didn't help my kids, that then I didn't know how to save my second son.
Yeah.
It's like and again, that's where the humble comes in, but I had to unfuck every single narrative, story, thought, belief, and be open and learn.
Right.
And that is what has made me an amazing practitioner. I do primarily detox work. I am so passionate about detox because it brought me and my family back. Yeah. I'm also a certified intuitive homeopath. I see really complex cases, guys. I see autism, PANS, PANDAS, Lyme. Yep, I have clients in the Philippines, the UK, all over the United States. Yeah. It happens by word of mouth, but I truly believe there's very few root causes, and if you really understand how to treat the root cause of anything, you can get to the source. I see a lot of even functional medicine, and this is not, there's some amazing ones out there, obviously. They helped heal my kids, and I learned under them, right? But there are some that are looking at labs and still treating smoke. Yeah. They're not hitting the fire.
Right.
And you got to get to the root, the real root.
Always the root. So I've said this about other people in different industries before. We talk about like how you take, what you learn and you take the good out of it and you learn from the bad.
Oh, yes.
Well. And then at some point you have to formulate your own view or your own paradigm of how you see the world through your lens, right? And if your lens, and you know how to point out the fallacies and the things that affect you that you're directly exposed to, and say, okay, here's the commonality in those things that I've seen consistently over time and I've seen work. Yes. At some point, it's just like, okay, why do we need to change, what works?
Right.
At some point, if it works, it works.
It works. That's right.
And we are, so much of the traditional side has lost their credibility.
Thank God.
If I'm in a car wreck, I'm going to the hospital.
Yeah.
Right?
Emergency medicine, we could never be without, but it should be for that. Right. Emergencies.
Correct. Exactly. But preventative, or if we're dealing with things that are not understood by the medical industry and all they want to do is give us a shot or a pill for it as the fix, or say, oh, well, you just got to deal with it. It's, genetic. Yeah. I say, baloney.
Dig deeper.
Dig deeper and trust somebody that's been through it and has had success. You don't learn from the people that don't know. You don't go to the doctor that's not healthy. Yeah. You go to the healthy doctor that wasn't healthy and now they're healthy. It's like, well, how'd they figure that out?
The people in the trenches are so passionate about this because they've been through hell and back. Yeah. And so I think, and I know I shared this earlier with you, like, if I have a day, like, everyone's like, you're so happy all the time. You're so positive. I'm like, it's because I'm not going through, like, I lived in that land for over a decade. And when I don't have children screaming with brain inflammation and I have hope for their positive future, like, what in the heck do I have to be upset about? Like, actually.
Tell us what it looks like when somebody calls you. Now, number one, how do they get a hold of you?
Okay, so you can go to my website. It's www.unfuckyour.health. And you can go on there. I do some group programs. So there are some people that are by and large healthy, and they're realizing, a lot of people are waking up that, guys, newsflash, the world is toxic. So it's really important to kind of tune up your bodies. I do a lot of parasite work, of course. It's where I found where the beginning started. So I run groups, but I also run one-on-one. So people can reach out to me there. I'm also on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I'm on TikTok.
All the things.
I'm on all the things. My number and everything is on there as well. So you can email me, reach out by phone.
What does the process look like when somebody starts? What does that look like onboarding with you?
Sure.
And what's your general philosophy as far as, without giving all the secret sauce?
Of course.
Kind of like say, hey.
Yes. This is what it would look like.
Yes.
So I always offer people a free 15 because I understand what it's like to feel completely lost and to want to see if you vibe. I think it's really important with a practitioner to feel like you can actually talk to them, ask any specific questions that you might have. So I always offer a free 15 for anyone to kind of understand what's going on, to see if we're a fit.
Right.
Once I start engaging with somebody on a one-on-one basis, I want to know everything. I'm going to take you down a whole bunch of questions. I mean, deep dive into what, when, where, how, exposures. We are getting deep into the nitty-gritty of your whole life, your emotions, how you feel. That's going to glean, surprisingly, the symptoms. They're patterns to me at this stage.
Right.
And then we're going to do some labs, and we are going to, once we get into it, no matter who you are or what you've got going on, if you've got toxicity in the body, the first step, and I was explaining this to you, is all about getting your body prepped to detox.
Yep.
It is the number one step. It's the one thing that I see, because social media is amazing, but there's also a lot of influencers out there that really don't understand the orders of importance. And there is an order in the body, guys, and they will hurt themselves, their kids. They're like, oh, this nervous system trend, you don't even need to detox the body. Yes, you do.
Being reactive.
You need to do nervous system work too, but you can't forget about getting the toxins out.
Yep. It's not the what, it's the how.
Yes, it is always the how. You know it well, because it's the same. It's the building biology. You're dealing with the health of the home, the body of the home.
There is an order of things.
Yes. Always. So we prep the body first. That's always number one. It's going to be a minimum of a month for me to do that for you. And then we're going to slowly but surely, based on what you've got going on, start to slowly but surely tackle. If you're a canary, we're going to go baby slow. We might start with a drop of something. And see how you do. And then the day 2, you go up to 2 drops. So it's all bio-individualized, and we're going to slowly but surely, based on labs, the symptom picture, how you're feeling, start to detox. I also am a homeopath, and I'm a big believer in energy medicine. Homeopathy works on the mental health down. And what I see in pictures of complex chronic illness is that in mold, the picture is anxiety. There is PTSD, OCD. There's a lot of things going on mental health. So I give you remedies to calm this down first, because when we can calm down the brain before we do the detox, you just feel better. You're like, I got this. I'm okay. I can do this. If we can get this right, we can do anything. So that's a part of my work as well. And then I do work, I even have Voxer support for clients that want it. So some people are really sensitive and they'd like to check in with me. So I offer live coaching throughout protocols for those that need that. So people love that. Again, I see the most sensitive kiddos. I see very sensitive adults. And depending on the exposure, we'll continue to work together. It depends on you and how we progress, how long we'll work together. But always moving in the right direction. There's going to be bumps, because that's how healing works. It's never a straight line. But, I don't want to have a client forever. I want to know you. I want to start to see you get better, and then just check in. Send me a testimonial if I did good work.
That's the goal for all of us, right?
Of course.
Like, you know what? I don't want them calling me either.
No.
It's like, hey, you got to help me home. Here's how you maintain it.
Yes.
Don't mess it up.
Yep. And I will also give people, at the end of us working together, tools for also how do you keep the home safe. You should have, if you're a mold client, we should be teaming. We should have the same type of data.
Front end.
He's going to be the best one, though, on that side of things. But I'm going to reiterate what he says. I'm going to be like, do you have a dehu running? What's the humidity in the house? Do you have things under your sink in case there's a leak that are going to beep so that it doesn't go crazy? Like, there's just stop gaps in place when you've been in it as long as we have, that you just know.
Yes, absolutely. And just so you guys know, how we met through this organization here, we just happen to be here at the same time. And I've got people in the industry that I've known for years, and they're like, you got to meet this lady. She is helping me so much. And I was like, okay, so, because there's a lot of people say, hey, I'm a homeopath. I'm like, oh, that's neat. Okay. And so this, it gets a little bit hippie over here, which, I'm all about, listening to everything. But when somebody backs it up with success, data, and they understand the order of things, and they're not just trying to sell something. She's not asking for my business. She's like, hey, how can I help people? If there's somebody that needs help, just let me know. And that is our philosophy too. That's why I was like, you know what, this is a good fit. So let's tell people your story. Let's say, hey, this person has a handle. They have empathy. They've seen what works and what's successful, and they're educated in a process. They didn't just like find some shiny toy off of Amazon and say, hey, this PMF mat works. You should do it. It's going to fix everything.
Right.
Need tools, but like it's an order. It's a process. So you have to trust somebody that's been through it. So, Ashley, I'm just going to say thank you.
No, thank you.
We're going to be talking more.
Yes.
Because you know who's in mold a lot?
You.
This guy.
I know, it's an occupational hazard.
And all of our team.
Yes.
Right? So, prevention.
It matters for all of you guys that are out there, because I'll often say that to the guys that are in the business, the people I work locally. I'm like, what are you doing for detox? Because you're in it every day, and no one's immune to it, guys. So even if you don't have, even if you're not a canary, you are a human, and inside of you is warm and dark and moist, and the mold loves the cyanobiome, loves your lungs, it loves the liver, the kidneys, and things start slowing down. Houston, we got a problem. So the more that you can do to just do preventative, like we talked about, for your guys, for yourself, you got to stay well so you can take care of my people, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
And vice versa. Exactly. So we love that there is a gap bridging between some of the medical professional side of things and the home side of things, because really, you need a solid team all the way around to drive this baby home across the finish line. Trust, after 4 homes of mold and a couple RVs that got water intrusion too, like, it takes a village.
Yeah. So you have this temple, and you have the temple that you live in, all right? And so that's where everything starts, and you do both paths at the same time. So, call Ashley, all right?
Thank you.
And I've got buddies that are local to me that I still go to for different things, right? But she's going to be a part of our process to keep us healthy. And everybody wins that way, and everybody brings something to the table that's of value. So let's help each other get healthy. Let's help each other get our homes healthy, and let's eradicate some of this stuff. All right? Ashley, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure. Yes.
Kids, stay safe out there, all right?
Bye.